The Philippines says it has arrested a Chinese sleeper agent who was allegedly spying on Philippine military facilities. Now, a sleeper agent is someone who infiltrates a country and goes dormant for a period of time. A sleeper agent is the same as a sleeper cell. They are often used for espionage, sabotage, and assassination. The Chinese spy, identified as one Deng Yuanqing, was arrested on 17th January from Makati City, which is a part of the Manila capital region. Deng was presented before media on the 20th of January. He was a part of a group that was being tracked by the Philippines Army for months. So who is Deng Yuanqing? He is described as a 39-year-old Chinese software engineer, a specialist in control or automation engineering. He is a graduate of the Chinese People's Liberation Army, University of Science and Technology, which has renamed in 2017 as the Army Engineering University. It is located in the city of Nanjing in China's eastern province of Jiangsu. Deng allegedly possessed sophisticated equipment that are believed to have been used for spying on military installations. Deng, along with two Philippine accomplices, is reported to have surveilled military bases and police camps. Some locations visited by Deng and his group included sites where U.S. forces have been granted access under a military agreement. Deng's group had managed to visit certain sites that fall under the Philippines' Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement with the U.S. Deng and his group were also found surveilling other locations such as airports, seaports, power facilities, and shopping malls. Philippines' cyber crime chief Jeremy Lotok said Deng had been living in the Philippines for at least 5 years. The agency said in a statement on 22nd January that Deng had been traveling in and out of the country since 2015. Among the items seized from him and his accomplices were espionage equipment mounted on Deng's vehicle, which authorities believe was used to collect sensitive data from military facilities. They found an application on Deng's equipment for remotely accessing devices over the internet. He could siphon off data without going inside the facilities and without getting hold of the targeted devices. The cybercrime chief said equipment seized from Deng is capable of producing coordinates that can be used for controlling a drone and identifying topography and terrain. It's possible that some of his information has already been transmitted to China. The official said that Deng's group included hardware engineers and a financier who were still at large. The group received funding of 1.5 million pesos, that is about $26,000 a week, via shell companies. The Philippines claims that this wasn't an amateur operation. The level of sophistication in the equipment and the strategic nature of the locations Deng visited pointed to a deliberate, calculated effort. The Philippines' Armed Forces Chief General Romeo Brawner confirmed that some of the sites targeted were the joint Philippines-US facilities, raising further concerns over foreign interference in the country's defense capabilities. General Brawner said it was the second arrest of a suspected Chinese spy since last year. Forensic analysis of equipment seized in the earlier arrest had also revealed images of military and police camps in Manila. The Philippines police said that they recovered a suspected Chinese submarine drone in the waters of central Philippines. General Brawner said authorities were investigating whether all three cases were linked. China's embassy in Manila said in a statement on 23rd January that it hoped the Philippines would stop shadow chasing, stop peddling the so-called Chinese spy. A spokesperson for the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs in turn said in Beijing the same day that the Philippines should protect the lawful rights and interests of Chinese nationals. Tensions between the Philippines and China have been escalating of late, particularly in the West Philippine Sea, where both nations have overlapping territorial claims. Just last month, the Philippines' Coast Guard reported confrontations with Chinese vessels in Manila's exclusive economic zone, further straining diplomatic relations. Analysts believe that such espionage cases will continue alongside other China-led cyber and disinformation campaigns. Chester Cabalza, who teaches in the Department of Anthropology at the University of the Philippines, told ANC Digital News that the Philippines should have a robust national ID system to counter such activities. Now, Deng's arrest raises questions about national security and foreign interference. It'd be interesting to watch how the Philippines responds to the latest provocation. What will be Manila's next move? That's the question.